Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show you how you can gather legendary experience points using the Blood Crow or the Foreigner Invasion event. There's a quest called No Time for Weaklings, which you guys would have already seen. That gives you 40,000, gives you 5,000 legendary experience points for every 40,000 glory points that you earn. So, how do you gain maximum experience points without spending too much time? That's what I'm going to be showing you today. Okay, we have 10 camps available now. Uh, the main thing is before you start this event, make sure you have sufficient silver coins so that you can go to the master blacksmith and buy a bunch of hostels. Why hostels? Because there is an unlimited supply. You can keep buying as many as you need as long as you have the required silver pieces. You can go here and buy 100 or 200,000 depending on how much silver pieces you have. And make sure you distribute your hostels among all your outposts as well, including your main castle and your outposts, because you'll be sending out attacks from all your castles so that all your castles gain resources evenly. So you can use them to upgrade your castles as well. So now I have already have enough troops and tools, including hostels, in all my outposts and my main castle. So I'll show you how I set up each attack. Now you pick the first one. In case you don't have the monthly subscription, you can spy each castle, and once you have the report, you go in, and first thing you need to do is make a preset. I've called the preset hostels. So once I use this apply preset to all my waves immediately are filled with hostels. Now I just go and see which flank they are defending. Now there's one here. I go down and I remove the hostels from that particular flank, and also make sure you choose your correct commanders so that you get maximum mileage. You don't want to be using NPC commanders for this, because you lose more troops. Okay, so now this wave is cleared. What I do is I autofill all waves with attack units and tools. That's it. One more click here, and I usually can clear the wall with one wave, however strong the castle is. So I remove one. If you feel you have weaker troops and you can't clear the wall with one wave, you can always go to the second wave and clear out the tails over here. And same thing, if you press this, automatically the tools get filled here also. That's it. So now I have my tools and troops in place. I just send out an attack. How quickly you can send out an attack depends on what rubies or wings coins you have. So that is up to each of you. Now I'll use wings to send out my first attack. Now all I do is, depending on the strength of the castle, I repeat it. Now this is also a regular castle. One. Okay, there you go. Right. Now all waves, 1, 2, both flanks are being defended. And my second wave is gone. See, now this castle has 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6,000 troops. One thing you can do is to gain more glory, you can use this dethrone and buy 45 for additional 1,200 rubies. But that is up to you. If you wish to do it, do it. Otherwise, just hit straight away. You'll get decent glory anyway. Now I'm doing it so that I get a little bit more glory points. And there you go. This one has 6,400 troops now. I'll do the same thing, but with one of my commanders that has some extra waves. I bought where is that? Okay, here. Now I have 11 waves on this commander because I bought the look item that gives extra waves. What I do is, again I fill here. Now I have 11 waves of hostiles. So automatically my glory goes up. Actually with 11 waves and stronger castles, I don't use hostiles, I use stronger uh, attack tools. So what I'll do is, I'll show you, I'll remove the hostiles in this one and use some 8% flags. Okay, here I've got some 8% flags with me. Now I'll change this to King's Banner, so that I know if I select this, okay, now all our waves have King's Banners in them. So if I find a stronger castle, all I need to do is change the King's Banner preset, and now I've got all things. Same thing you do now. You remove the troops in the center and the flanks where they're defending, and autofill. Okay, now this wave is also done. Right, 3 attacks away. Now for the, I have another one more stronger castle, I think. Yeah, this is also another one, but I don't have another commander with 5 waves, so I have one with 6 or 7. I'm not sure. I'll try to use that now. Okay, go in and okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Let's see if we can fortify this one also. But I don't think I have sufficient attackers in my main castle for now. So what I'll do is I'll just use the hostiles and send from my one of my outposts. Wait, let's see if we have Y2. Okay, I think this one will have this one has 7 waves. Okay, and you go King's Banner and center. Okay, center and thing again. If you wish, you can fortify this also using another 1200 rupees. Since I'm running low on rupees right now, I'll send as it is. Okay, I think we don't have enough troops for the 7th wave anyway. But that's fine, we'll just send it for now because I'm just showing you. Actually, I made a mistake. What I could have done is I could have just filled troops on the 7th wave and just put one soldier over there. The number of troops are enough to kill all the soldiers, but it's fine. Okay, since all the troops in the main castle are done, now we'll go to my outposts and start attacking from there. Select another PvP commander. No King's Banners. Now, since these are weaker castles, you use hostiles. Now, using hostiles in all waves will make sure that any number of something gone wrong with the preset. Okay. Okay. Now, using these hostiles in all waves ensures that you get about 100%. You'll get more than 50,000 glory, however small the defense is for the castle. So for every attack, you will get 5,000 glory points, no matter how weak the castle is. That is why we use these hostiles on. You can actually use weaker banners according to each castle, but that is time taking. You'd have to see how many troops are there, what return you're going to get on each castle. And since the supply of these hostiles is unlimited, I don't really worry too much. I use hostiles for all castles indiscriminately, unless I want to use stronger flags to get more glory for some castle. Okay, now all 3 are defended. We I send out 10 attacks at a time. So every time I send out a round of attacks, I get 50,000 experience points. And 50,000 experience points is at least 5 levels. So for every round of attack, I can gain 5 levels. You see how fast you can level up? 5 levels for every round of attack. And each round of attacks, I think the troops take about 16, 17 minutes to reach maximum with hostiles. With the wings, if you use the fastest travel mode, you can increase that a bit further by going to this global effects and buying this accelerated movement for another 2500. Then your travel speeds come down to the fastest travel speed is I think 13 point something minutes and to 14, 15 minutes. Everything within 14, 15 minutes you can send it. And after which the cooldown for each of these is also I think about half an hour. So including the time taken to send out 10 attacks at a time and all that, in under an hour I'll have five. I would have gained 5 levels. So by playing at least 3 4 hours a day and sending out maybe I generally send at least 100 attacks per. Sorry, what am I doing? Per event, if you can send out 100 attacks, that is 50 levels. So over the course of 3 days, if you can do that, that's 50 levels gained for every um, Blood Crow foreigner event. If you can do 200 attacks, that's 100 levels. So how fast you are able to send out attacks and how many attacks you're able to send out will determine how well you do in gaining these points. But I think the really good players can do 100 attacks a day at least. If you're really looking to level up fast, 100 attacks a day is very much doable. I think I did more than that. 100, 200 attacks a day is to do. It all depends on how much time you have actually. If you happen to run into this event on a weekend, you can obviously spend more time and just make sure you have enough hostiles and you have enough silver pieces to buy those hostiles. Those are the main things that will slow you down. Okay, get another attack done. And my last attack. Once these attacks all reach, I will show you the results in a while. So you get my point, I think. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Selecting, fill. You don't need to sit and keep placing tools on every slot, on every tools on every slot. If you use the presets correctly, it will help you save a lot of time. Okay, so now all 10 attacks have been sent out. I'll see you in a bit and show you the results along with all the experience points gained. And another thing is, though we mainly use our tails to gain experience points quickly, another thing is you'll end up gaining glory points also at a much faster pace. And there's a good chance you'll all finish the 15 million required uh, glory points to get all the prizes probably in a day, in the 2 3 day event. In the next few days, you can just concentrate on getting more glory, and you can use the silver coins gained from this event itself to buy more hostiles if you're short of those flags. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, now all 10 of our attacks have landed. Let's collect all these prizes. Oh, the silver coins, gold coins. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we've got 10 into 5, that's 50,000 points. All attacks, minimum of, we needed only 40,000 per attack to get the required 5,000 points. Now this has got 100,000. This one has got 181. The number of troops are higher, so it's all good. See, this has only 700 troops, but we still managed to get it. 700 again, we got 66k. Got 136. This is 500 troops, still we got it. Usually with 500 troops, I don't think we can make it close to 50,000. So because we're using the hostiles, and hostiles are 5% glory per flag, so that adds up. Okay, 1.1 mil for the 5,700 castle and 2.38 mil for the 6,700 castle. If that other castle we had already, if we had actually fortified it and sent the last wave, I think we would have got a bit better glory points also. But it's fine. Still, we done pretty well. Now you can't see my progress because I've already reached level 800, but you get the point, right? We've got about 50,000 experience points. It's comfortably 10 levels. Sorry, 5 levels, not 10 levels. And we wait for another 25, 30 minutes. I'm not sure. I've not really timed it. I think it's 30 minutes. I usually give it 30 minutes before I come back. Oh, and in another 30 minutes, I send out another 10 attacks. So you get the point. This is how I do it. And always, while doing blood crows, don't forget to keep donating coins to this quest so that you keep getting the relic equipments. Now, even if you have sufficient equipments that and you don't really need more, keep doing it because you can sell it for relic shards and use that to upgrade the equipments that you're actually using. And selling these equipments are the only source of relic shards. So keep collecting these equipments and selling and collect relic shards. Don't let your storage overflow. I mean, you got place for 600. I always make sure I have sufficient space before starting any equipment. Event, so that I have space to collect more and more. I keep selling. Right, that's about it. Now I hope using this you guys can also level up quickly. Using this method, I think 1.5 months. It's about 8 weeks. I think you should be able to reach level 800. Every week we get either blood crows or foreign castle. So 8 weeks is more than enough to reach to do these 800 levels. That is if you do it relaxed. If you are able to hit more camps and spend more time, well, good for you. That's about it. See you in another video. Bye.